Hello and welcome back to Readings with SK. My name is SK. I'm a psychic medium, and on Wednesdays I do whimsical readings with a variety of divination tools to give you a message. So today we're going to use some charms and my magic wand and these flowers. So please cast your gaze over here and choose the one that's right for you. So we'll start with the rose, and the second one will be the purple flower, and the third group will be the pink feather flower. Thank you for watching. Hello, group one. If you chose the rose, this rose has a message for you. As you can see, it's obviously a pink rose, and we have some fraying around the edges, some very soft fraying around the edges. And in the center is a closed bud. And it feels like you're protecting yourself, you're protecting your heart right now. You have opened yourself in the past, and you have been very open with your love. And that's who you really are. You are a very loving, very generous person. And so you just love giving love and sharing love. And it has kind of frayed you around the edges recently. So it's time to come back to the center of who you are and kind of draw your energy in a little bit. And as you can see on the inside of some of these cards, not cards, petals, we have yellow. And so yellow signifies strength. And, you've got a lot of strength here on the underside of the flower. And you can see some of the petals are kind of getting ready to fall off. They're kind of looking wilted. And so it's really important to replenish your energy and have some good self care so that you can fill up your own love buckets and have more love to share. So let's take a look at your Celtic Magic card. You got the Lone Piper, number one. And you can see the moon actually looks like a heart, little heart right there. So the fact that this is a moon card, it really is asking you to step back and wow. Also, it's a number one. So maybe this is time to dance to your own beat, come back to your own beat instead of externalizing and sharing all of that love out out there, and really bring it back to trusting your intuition and the moon. And this is a sign of solitude. So, being comfortable being alone, and just taking some time out to revitalize yourself. So let's see what, whoa, this is wanting to jump. So let's see what, we're just going to pull a few, give it a shake, a few charms today, and see what comes out. And I'm going to move this card over and show this card to you here in a minute. So, what have we got? All right. Right at the center, we've got a happy birthday. I'm just laughing because the Fool is actually face down. So that means it is definitely time to take a look at what you want, and it's the sign of a new beginning when you get the Fool. So the fact that he's face down is very significant because you've you really need to replenish your energy to take this new step in this new direction, because you know what it feels like to be face down in the dirt. We want to pull ourselves back up and put our fancy dress on, even if it's just for ourselves. You know, wear things that make you feel good, surround yourself with things that make you feel festive, because you have either a birthday or you're going to be celebrating something that involves cake and candles and, you know, something special. And maybe you just need to do that for yourself, but it feels like this is part of the new beginning. You're starting a new cycle because you're having a birthday, or you're celebrating something significant in your life that's helping you restructure. Um, let's see what else we've got. We've got the Celtic wheel, which is pretty cool. The Celtic knot represents the cycles of life, you know, life, death, and rebirth, the unraveling. So the consistent cycle that we're always on. And out here, opposite of that, is this key where keeping secrets, and that might be, you know, this is like a diary key with a red thread. And the fact that it came out last, that might have something to do with some of this fraying around the edges, is and some of this protection of your heart. So it's maybe time to reassess what it is you want in relationships, all different kinds of relationships, and to really do what feels right to you. Dance to your own beat. You know, you don't have to do it like anybody else or anybody that you've known. Maybe it hasn't been successful in the models that you've seen. And so it's important to reassess and figure out what it is you really want and communicate that. You know, this card is all about communication. So let's wrap this reading up with this card. So this card is, she's resting. She's kind of, she's got her hands up here. She's very relaxed, but she's also kind of protected by these leaves and flowers. So she's allowing herself to just kind of be camouflaged. And that really fits with the rest of the reading, because it's time for you to take some time out for yourself and do some self care, whatever that is for you, whatever feels right for you right now. Don't push or grasp for what you want. Let life come to you and flow through you. Absolutely. So feel the flow. Remember that you are this beautiful rose and you have such beautiful love to share. And it's important to remember to share that love with yourself. So have a great week, and I hope to see you next time. Thank you. Hello, Group 2. If you chose the purple flower, you are definitely larger than life. You have so many interests, and you share your energy and your love. You have this green, so you have this mix of green and purple, which is your heart space, and also you're spiritually guided. You are very generous and kind with your understanding of life. And I feel like you share messages with people, and you're just, you're very wise. You have so much wisdom, and people come to you from far and wide. And if they don't right now, they will, because you have so much wisdom to share. And it's because you are tapped into your intuition and your heart, and you share that with people. At the center of this flower, we have this kind of hidden jewel in here. I just feel like that is who the essence of you, where the essence of you is. And it's at the center of you. I'm not sure exactly where that center is with you, because you are very external, um, extroverted and very, you've got your irons, a lot of irons in the fire. So I'm not sure where that center is, but you know where it is. And so just remembering that when things feel a little bit too chaotic or too spread out, to come back to your center and what makes you feel good. So that's the message from this purple flower. And we have a Celtic card here, number 36, Washer at the Ford. And I feel like this is your hand. You are, you're very, I want to say giving, but it's more than that. You're very sensitive, and you're very aware of other people's emotions, and those emotions ripple around you, and sometimes they attach to your hand and actually, or attach to you, and it's hard to know what your emotions are. So separating your emotions from other people's emotions is really important to get to that center of you. This particular card, number 36, is a 9 when you add it together, and that is the end of a cycle. And this is kind of a warning as well. This particular card, Washer at the Ford, is a warning about an ending coming, which is appropriate in some ways because you're coming to the end of a cycle. And whatever that may be, whether it's a job or a relationship or something, but you're being warned here or given a heads up that something is getting ready to end. And you can be prepared for that and just flow with it. Feel that flow when it comes around. But your traditional backlog, I guess, where you come from, is putting on a really good face, and you really put yourself out there in a beautiful way. Look at all these blossoms in this particular card. So you put yourself out there, you help people bloom. You are such a beautiful flower yourself, whether you're male or female. You just are so full of life. And so being aware that when things pull you back and maybe dim your color a little bit, it's time to pay attention to what is going on around you and whether or not it's affecting your center. Because let's see what the charms have to say. All right, the health caduceus is in reverse, so I'm going to put it back. But we have a feather, a big feather, and a charging elephant with a very ornate blanket and something on his tail, and he's charging forward. You can almost hear him trumpeting. So this is just perfect actually for this reading, because you're going to clear out some of this energy that is probably not serving you and is dimming your colors a little bit. And you're going to charge forward with this fully ornate, I don't know what to call it, ornate decoration, because that's who you are. And you just bloom and blossom all the time. You really roll with the changes very well. And she's almost looking wistfully over here and hopefully into the future. So I feel like you are going to really start a new cycle after this, after you clear some of this out. And let's see what it has to say. Dismiss thoughts that don't lead to the garden of infinite possibilities, because that's who you are. You're full of infinite possibilities. You're very capable of charging forward and doing it in style. So that is your message. I hope to see you next time. Hello, Group 3. If you chose this pink flower, the feather flower, you are extremely unique and you aren't afraid to show your light and share your flair with the world. And you have a lot of flair. You are just like a bundle of contradictions. You have these feathers and these bright, sparkly beads and soft petals, and yet um, you're asymmetrical. And you just, I don't mean physically that you're asymmetrical, maybe you are, but maybe you have a really unique look actually. Your features may be very unique, but I feel like you just express yourself in a really unique way, and people are just impressed by it. Even if they don't talk about it or mention it, you're the kind of person that people even just go away from seeing you and go, wow, yeah, I never thought about that, or I never I never imagined that those things put together that way, or you just articulate yourself in a very unique way and make people think. You make them aware of things. I feel like you're a truth teller in a unique way. Like you just feel unique. You to me, you have this feathery way, like a light-hearted way of presenting very in-depth topics, and and you have your feelers out all the time for new things to learn and share, and you're just you're so unique. I feel like you're a natural teacher. You are you teach by example because you just go your own way, yet you're very aware of other people's feelings and emotions, and you make them feel lighter when you're around. So I just get a lot from this flower. It's so cool, and I'm glad you chose this one. I feel like you're a really really cool group, and I'm sure I would enjoy getting to know you. So let's see. We've got a Celtic card here. Ah, 17, Warrior Poet. Well, this is perfect, actually, because this is what a contradiction. You know, he's got scars on his face and he's ready to go to battle, which a lot of the Celts did. You know, they fought for what they believed in, and yet they shared their messages in songs and poems, and I feel like that's who you are. You fight for the greater good. You probably hate bullies, and maybe you were bullied and you don't want anybody else to be bullied, and so you're willing to stand up for things that hurt other people. You are against that, and you are just very eloquent in sharing your message. So keep doing that. You're very important in this world. So let's choose some charms to see what else we can find out and give you some cool. Oh, more, we got more for you than the other readings, and I feel like you deserve it because you've just got such flair. All right. Oh yeah. Okay. Look what we got here. We've got the scorpion, we've got the chariot wheel, the infinity symbol, two leaves, two stars, and a jellyfish. Ah, interesting. Okay, so the scorpion, um, obviously is a desert creature, and then we've got a water creature and an earth element here. So you definitely have many facets to you. I feel like you are very comfortable with emotions and you handle other people's emotions really well because you're a romantic at heart, and you know that emotions are important to express, and so you're not afraid of doing that yourself, so you allow other people that space to express their emotions. And it's interesting because you might be a Scorpio, Scorpios are actually water element, the water element. Um, and the fact that these two are together, this definitely is about going with the flow and being comfortable with all kinds of emotions and not being afraid to defend yourself and defend others, which the scorpion does. And your situation, your life right now is moving forward. It's definitely moving forward. And you've got this infinity symbol here. So you've got infinite possibilities. It's just a matter of deciding what you want. I actually, it's funny because I get this feeling that you're like one of those, you're like a hockey player who likes to write poetry or read poetry and teach people in a different setting. So you have like these two lives that you lead, and there's definitely a significant number two here. We've got two water creatures, even though I know it's a scorpion, but I'm thinking Scorpio, and two leaves and two stars. So you're definitely in a significant relationship. You are very comfortable um, being in that relationship. You're growing together, and you also might have a child or someone in your life that you're really fostering their star and helping them really reach to higher levels. You're teaching them and guiding them. But if this is you, you definitely have two major stars in your life, two major, what's the word I'm looking for? Purposes in life. So, and I know you know what those are because you're good at multiple things. Two things in particular, two very strong things. So let's close the reading with this card. Oh, and it's all about going with the flow and floating and relaxing. And I love the fact that you got this male figure and this female figure. So it's definitely you're very good at balancing feminine and masculine traits. So you go forward and take what you need and fight for what's important to you, but you also aren't afraid to receive and be open to sharing. So your glass is always refillable. Flow like water instead of holding on to perceptions. So those are your messages. I hope to see you next time. Thank you for watching.